That is. Uh, yeah, y'all see the title. So I just saw watched the clip, right? Yeah, I don't know. I guess it was in reference to telling to get time being reduced, and they had Ti on there talking about how he had. I guess he had a whole bunch of charges, and he had a cousin that somehow told him from the grave that since well, I guess I didn't really get any reason why since maybe since he was a big star and he couldn't manage to do all that time and lose out on the bag. Uh, he said that let's see what he said. He said, well, yeah, he put the blame on his dead cousin. He said his dead cousin told him from the grave that he could go ahead and go and put that on me. I put that on me. Say it's my fault. I don't know if y'all know that song, but yeah. So it's like, well, I remember back when it first had the BET Awards, and he's supposed to have been, and he was like on the top of his game. Mr. Clifford Harris, Mr. Ti, and he was waiting for the show to start. Then all of a sudden, it comes across the internet news is Ti has been raided. He has been arrested trying to buy some guns. Now, even back then, I was like, say, well, shit. Well, why would he have to be the one to make the purchase? Why couldn't he have someone else to go pick up the guns for him? To do that type of transaction, considering that he was already considered a felon and he was doing an extremely felonious act. He's buying guns, he's buying silencers and all that good shit. So back then we said, well, he done, because you not just gotta like you just got caught with a pistol on you and nothing like that. You got guns, and he was buying a large amount of guns. They go to your house, they see you got a house full of guns, and you're a felon. So it's like, well, that dude done. So he goes to court, and they give him a year and a day. And I mean, I was doing the process of before deliberation, all that stuff. He had reality shows. He was going around doing youth outreaches, and it was, we can understand. Okay, you trying to make your case look good, Mr. Harris. He had the show, and and I think he had I don't know if that song he had with Justin Timberlake came when he got. I think they might have came when he got out for a day, but nevertheless, he did all this shit. He got a year and a day. He made commercials, 1-800-TIPS. That's not snitching. That's just being a neighborhood watch. The same thing Charleston White is saying in 2022 is the same shit that Ti was trying to say to explain him being in the Tips commercial. 1-800-TIPS. Whatever. But yeah, it's like, okay. So now I think I got to thinking. I said, well, shit. That it was a blogger named Tasha K that was saying that Charleston White is an industry plant. So if not anything, Clifford Harris is an industry motherfucker. He is all industry guy. So it, for and I think I will believe that it's been intensified. This debate comes up every now and then, but for when Charleston White brought it up, why is it now that Mr. Harris makes an admission in reference to his deceased cousin, his older cousins, his big cousin. So it's like, well, Tasha K, if Charleston White's industry plant, then why it doesn't necessarily make logical sense for him to to put a stifle someone within the industry. I don't know what, maybe I'm just confused about what she meant by being an industry plant. What was he planted in the industry to accomplish? But T.I. been telling. And so they say there's a clip about where Bootsy, I guess it might be a DJ Vlad interview or something like that, where Vlad asks Bootsy, he says, and some into the references of snitching, and I imagine Mr. Hatcher, Mr. Torrance Hatcher, Mr. Bootsy, he said no comment. But I understand they have a joint album coming out. Him and Mr. Harris, Ti and Boosie got an album coming out. Or working on an album or whatever. And it's supposed to be better than Drake and 21 Savage. But I'm just tripping, man. Who didn't know this? Who didn't know that this nigga had to tell on somebody? I still wonder whatever happened to Alpha Omega. You know, that the one nigga that was supposed to be this muscle, Alpha Omega, his muscle. You know, these people, these folks are characters that get online and say, I'm gonna send something to you. You won't be able to send it back. You know, all in the name that you got, all in the name of you have all this money, and you know, you have a strong hand in the, and you're strong within the industry. Um, they say stay away from Charles because Charles go put. That's what Booster said. Stay away from Charles. His folks told him stay away from Charles because Charles might get him locked up. Shit, you give Mr. Harrison tight enough pinch boosting that your ass might be in trouble. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and add my little 2 cents onto that shit. Who didn't know that old tippy tip toe tapping tipster Robo Band man was a tattletailer or a federal cooperating witness in a federal arms. I don't know what the fuck it is. A nigga got caught with a whole bunch of automatic guns and silencers and shit. And he gets a year and a day. And not only does he get a year and a day, he violates with him and his wife. And I think during that time, people forget it. During that time, I think that he was trying to put, I don't know, she may have took the drugs. He was trying to put the drugs on his old lady. He ain't take the drugs for himself. You know, fuck it, it's all mine, officer. No, that's some of hers. That's hers. Oh man, no one in another guy swagger like us. Swagger like us. Rubber band man, wow, that's a Taliban. Peace and love, y'all. Nigga nation, nothing.